In August 1955, the Kelly farmhouse was not a home. It was a military objective under sustained assault. This was the night the United States military was forced to analyze the prospect of being attacked by small, shiny, and utterly bulletproof humanoids. Project Siege is the file on the Kelly-Hopkinsville incident, distinguished by its duration and intensity. It was hours of confrontation, not minutes of sightings. The core problem for intelligence was the unanimous testimony of not one, but 12 different witnesses, all agreeing on the morphology, the aggression, and the creature's absolute and total resilience to common firepower. This file required Project Blue Book in the FBI to confront a scenario they had desperately tried to avoid: organized, hostile, non-terrestrial engagement. Today, using highly specific declassified intelligence memos filed under CIA RDP50/USAF Contact/Tactical Series, we undertake the complete investigation into Project Siege. We dissect the siege, the armor, the maneuvers, and the desperate necessary lie that was told to the world. The sheer number of non-contradictory witnesses made the debunking nearly impossible. The group included men, women, and children, all reporting the same small, large-headed, metallic entity. They were separated throughout the night, one at the back door, others on the roof, yet the description never wavered. A detailed psychological review confirmed the uniformity of the tear. This is the FBI Witness Credibility Assessment from 1956, a quote. Testimony from the 12 individuals demonstrates a remarkable and statistically significant degree of consistency across core parameters: morphology, acoustic signature, and resistance to kinetic energy transfer. The non-contradictory nature of the multi-witness accounts spanning a 3-hour period strongly suggest a shared reality event and not sequential delusional contamination. End quote. Beyond their bizarre appearance, the entities engaged in a clearly hostile and unnerving behavior. They did not communicate verbally. They emitted a non-mammalian acoustic signature, a high-pitched, continuous hissing or metallic chatter. Furthermore, their aggression escalated beyond simple observation. They attempted to physically harass the occupants, once reaching through a window to tug at a woman's hair, and another instance of attempting to grab an occupant's foot. This confirmed active malicious intent. An acoustic and behavioral analysis confirmed the hostile intent. This is a DIA acoustic behavioral profile, a 1957 quote. The entity's acoustic output, characterized by non-mammalian sibilance and high-frequency metallic chatter, is inconsistent with communication and suggests an aggressive warning or environmental manipulation. Physical harassment documented at the perimeter validates a hostile intent profile and elevates the incident to a security threat level. The most critical data point for the military was the entity's locomotion. Their floating, bobbing, and gliding movement was not random. Analysts theorize it was a deliberate evasive flight protocol. By operating in a low-altitude, almost weightless state, they could defeat the primary trajectory of conventional small arms fire, which is horizontal. When struck, they simply utilize the force to propel themselves into an evasive tumble, instantly recovering due to their low mass and possible anti-gravitic support. A technical analysis confirmed the evasive nature of their movements. This is a quote from USAF Project Blue Book Technical Assessment from 1958. The bobbing and flipping motion is assessed as a low-altitude evasive flight protocol designed to negate the effect of kinetic energy transfer. If you're wondering what that means, this part's not part of the quote. Kinetic energy transfer literally means shotgun bullets. Okay, so let me go back. This is the quote without me interrupting it. The bobbing and flipping motion is assessed as a low-altitude evasive flight protocol designed to negate the effect of shotgun bullets from penetrating their skin. Designed to negate the effect of kinetic energy transfer and bypass the common horizontal firing plane of a terrestrial small arms. The resilience and immediate recovery confirm the entity's ability to manipulate local gravitational or pneumatic fields. End quote. The entities were hit repeatedly by 12-gauge shotgun pellets and rifle rounds, a lethal amount of kinetic energy for any known terrestrial organism of that size. The creatures were simply armored. Intelligence theorized two possible armors, either an exoskeleton or energy shielding. If it was an exoskeleton, it would be a highly dense non-terrestrial metal or carbon-based compound forming a shell around them. If it was an energy shield, it would be a localized field of energy immediately surrounding the entity that deflected the kinetic energy. The conclusion was terrifying. Humanity's conventional defense systems were useless against this species. A DIA material science memo detailed the required assistance. This is from 1959. Quote, "The documented failure of standard hunting ammunition to neutralize the targets indicates an effective armor or shielding composition with a minimum brinal hardness rating exceeding that of high-grade tungsten carbide. The entity's survival necessitated the immediate classification as armored non-terrestrial life form." End quote. The creature's large luminous eyes were analyzed not just as visual organs but as primary sensor arrays. They were likely recording the light, temperature, and most importantly, the human reaction time to the aggression. The mission was likely data collection, a hostile probe to gather intelligence on human defensive strategies under duress. The entities did not destroy the house. They observed the response to fear and gunfire. A CIA operational assessment concluded the mission profile. This is from 1960. Quote, "The entity's large high-luminescence ocular structures are classified as primary multispectrum sensor arrays. The sustained engagement and subsequent disengagement without asset destruction confirms a mission profile focused on acquisition of human reaction latency data under conditions of perceived existential threat." End quote. Despite overwhelming tactical evidence, the official cover story, driven by Cold War necessity, was the mass hysteria meteorite theory. The narrative claimed the family mistook great horned owls in shadows for aliens, triggered by the tension of the air in the earlier sightings of a meteorite. This theory was weak but politically essential. The public could not know that a hostile bulletproof species could operate with impunity in rural America. A Project Blue Book directive formalized the debunking strategy. This is from 1961. This is the Blue Book debunking directive regarding this file. Quote, "Public explanation of the Kelly-Hopkinsville event must be solely attributed to mass perceptual distortion triggered by regional social tension and the observation of a natural celestial event. All classified tactical findings regarding armor resistance and coordinated maneuvers must be permanently excluded from the public record." End quote. The physical evidence, the shotgun shell casings found on the lawn and ground samples analyzed for scorch marks, was collected by state and local police before the military officially took over the case. This evidence was subsequently misclassified and effectively lost in the military intelligence archive system. The loss of the evidence was a crucial step in maintaining the hysteria narrative, ensuring the tactical findings of Project Siege could never be publicly verified. Project Siege is the file that confirmed non-terrestrial threats might employ tactical aggression and total imperviousness to our small arms defense. The Kelly Goblins transformed the concept of contact into an armed engagement. Next time we're going to be pivoting to a massive geographical file, Project Nexus, the FBI and USGS assessment of the Bridgewater Triangle in Massachusetts. We will analyze the long-term intelligence reports on this 200 square mile zone where sightings of puckwudgies, small hostile humanoids, thunderbirds, and concentrated UAP activity all overlap. We'll use the USGS FBI geographic anomaly memos to assess the core question: is the Bridgewater Triangle a site of unique geographical distress, or is it a dimensional fault line, a permanent active rift that allows for non-conventional leakage of multiple forms of terrestrial and non-terrestrial phenomenon? The documented truth of Project Siege proves that the highest threat sometimes comes from the smallest adversaries, and if this deep dive into the archives has captured your focus, your support is vital, so please like and subscribe. Here's the final quote from the CIA on this case. This is the attributable threat assessment from CIA RDP50 from 1958. Quote, the Kelly-Hopkinsville entities must be classified as an aggressive non-terrestrial life form, displaying highly coordinated tactical maneuvers and non-conventional resistance to small arms fire. Despite the official public debunking, the incident is tactically logged as a hostile probe, necessitating immediate review of military ground defense protocols against low-altitude armed targets. I'll see you in the archives.